You know what I hear more than almost anything else right now? I think it might be time to downsize, but I have no idea where to even start. And honestly, that feeling makes complete sense because downsizing isn't just a real estate decision, it's a life decision. And there's a lot more to it than just finding a smaller house. So let's talk about this for real. Whether you're thinking about downsizing because the kids are grown and gone, or because a house just feels like too much to keep up with, or because you're ready to simplify and enjoy a little more freedom, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through the real reasons people downsize, what to think about before you make a move, and, if you're open to it, why so many people are choosing North Central Florida as the place to land next. Let's start with the why, because it matters more than you think. The most common reason I hear? The house just feels too big now. Maybe you raised your family there. You loved every inch of it. But somewhere along the way, you started rattling around in rooms you never use. And the maintenance, the roof, the HVAC, the yard, it stopped feeling like pride of ownership and started feeling like a second job. That's reason number one, simplicity. People want their life back. The second reason? Financial freedom. A lot of homeowners are sitting on significant equity right now, especially here in Florida, and they realize that money is just sitting in the walls. Downsizing can unlock that equity and completely change what retirement looks like for you. And the third reason, and this one surprises people, is lifestyle. They don't just want a smaller home, they want a different life. More travel, more time with family, a community where people actually know their neighbors, less stuff, more experiences. Does any of that sound familiar? Because if it does, you're already thinking about this the right way. Now, here's where I want to get really honest with you, because not every downsizing situation looks the same. In my experience, most people fall into one of three scenarios. Scenario one. You've been in your home a long time, you have significant equity, maybe your mortgage is paid off or close to it. You sell a $450,000 home, buy a beautiful $250,000 condo or villa, and you bank the difference. After closing costs, you're walking away with real money in your pocket and your monthly expenses go down. This one works beautifully. Scenario two. Maybe you're not doing this primarily for the money. Maybe it's the maintenance that's wearing you out. And honestly, that's a completely valid reason to move. If you transition into a newer home, say a new construction property in a maintenance-free community, you're trading an aging house for systems that'll last 25 to 30 years, plus an HOA that handles the yard and exterior for you. The real question to ask yourself is, what is your time and peace of mind worth? Scenario three. And then there's this one. You want to downsize, but your equity is tighter than you expected. Maybe you refinanced a few years back, or the market shifted in your neighborhood, or life just happened. You sell at $350,000, but you owe $310,000. After realtor fees and closing costs, you don't have as much to work with as you hoped. That's not downsizing. That's starting over. And it requires a completely different strategy and a very honest conversation before you list. This is exactly why I always say, know your numbers before you make a decision. So before you do anything else, before you call a realtor, before you start browsing Zillow, here's what you need to know. What is your actual equity right now? What will your closing costs be? And what does your monthly picture look like after the move? Not just the mortgage, but taxes, insurance, HOA fees, maintenance. Those three numbers will tell you everything, and I'll be honest with you about all of them, even if the answer isn't what you were hoping to hear. Because the last thing I want is for you to make a major life decision that doesn't actually move you forward. Now, if you are ready to make a move, I want to plant a little seed here. A lot of people who are downsizing are also asking themselves, do I even want to stay where I am? And that's a question worth sitting with. I work in North Central Florida, Gainesville, Newberry, Ocala, and I can tell you that this area is attracting people from all over the country right now, and it's not hard to understand why. The cost of living here is genuinely affordable compared to most of Florida. You're not fighting the traffic and chaos of Tampa or Orlando. You have Silver Springs, Paynes Prairie, Haley Plantation, beautiful new construction communities. And in Ocala, some of the best 55-plus active adult communities in the entire state. Places like On Top of the World and Del Webb's Stone Creek, where downsizing doesn't mean giving anything up. It means gaining a lifestyle. And if you have family somewhere in Florida, maybe kids in the Orlando area, or family along the coast, Gainesville and Ocala put you within easy driving distance of almost anywhere in the state without actually being in the middle of the chaos. It's a quality of life decision, and for a lot of people, it's the best move they've ever made. So should you downsize? Maybe, but let's find out together with your actual numbers and your actual goals on the table. I'm Shelley Chappell with Location Real Estate. I've been helping buyers and sellers in North Central Florida for over 20 years, and I give you straight answers, not a sales pitch. If you're even just starting to think about this, reach out. A conversation costs nothing, and it might just change everything. Call or text me at 352-3899-418. And if this video was helpful, subscribe. I put out honest, real talk about the Florida real estate market every week. No fluff, just real. I'll see you in the next one.